Hey peeps, welcome back to Ketch's Landing. We've just tried to sneak a look at those plans and it hasn't worked. And one thing that came to my attention before recording this is that when I said that him and Nico had split up, I kind of made it sound like they broke up. No, they haven't broken up. They're still together, they've just split off in different ways to find the other two stones, that's all. So, don't worry about that. Right, now then. We'll go and talk to this guy who's writing on the plans. He seems important.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
Nice guy. Anyway, I'll ask him what he's doing here.
What are you doing with a theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision.
Really?
I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
Really? Tell us more.
How do you survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house.
I saw that.
sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Yeah, real nice guy. Well, he won't get in the way of our quest, so we can show him the stone.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it! The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Suits us, we don't need to talk to him about the eclipse, and to be honest, he's quite rude. Don't think we need to converse with him anymore.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Right, let's go look around a bit more. Before we go up to the house, there's someone sitting over here we might want to talk to, who's very nice and polite. This little guy here.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means... well, it's just a name.
Oh, we'll ask him about Ketch.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
What old ladies?
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Yeah, we gathered that.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Nice.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
Okay, fair enough.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
Nice to know you got a salad head on your shoulders. Right. Nice young lad. Not often you see something like that. Right, we'll go up to the house then and see what's happening. Ah, these must be the old ladies, I presume. Why don't we play with the cat first? I love
Hi,
cats.
Puss. Want to play?
Ooh.
Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Ooh. Not a nice cat then.
A cute little putty tad. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball.
Red ball, eh? Well, we'll quiz the old ladies here. Might be able to tell us something.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
Yeah, the cat. Just scratched us.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is. That's Ruddles. Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Well, it has just scratched us, but I like cats, so we'll say yes.
You bet. Especially spit roast.
Nice. Well, that one deserves to be. Very unfriendly.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
I'm sorry, peeps, that's my immature, dirty mind. Yes, we are. Of course we are.
Yes, I am.
Let's know some more.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
Really? Why's that?
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
Okay.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
Slaves,
You have
huh?
to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
Aren't they
He
all?
transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite.
Well said.
What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
You don't say.
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with the trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Ooh. A typical polite good morning, then, was it?
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
Privateer,
As a
peeps.
mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Privateer, peeps. Posh word for pirate. Might as well be.
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate.
Really?
Oh. Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Ketch was not a pirate.
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
Law people. What can you do?
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
What's wrong with him? I thought he was rather nice and charming.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
He is not?
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
Why is that then?
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Emily? Who's this Emily?
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
That's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
Yes, indeed he was.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Fine. Whatever. Okay. Well, we'll go and hear Rio's side of the story. Because obviously something's gone on here between him and Emily. So we'll ask him. Go on then.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah,
What, doesn't bother you?
why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Very true.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay, he's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
Do you? I don't. Right. I'll try and get another look at them plans. I probably won't succeed, but might be worth it. Come on. Try and get a look.
It looked like a set of plans.
Duh! Go and get a look at them. Like I said, probably won't succeed, but worth a try.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
It might open up speaking options with people.
Hey, get out of there.
Okay.
Okay, let's try Bronson again. He might tell us something. Ed, where you going? Bronson's over there, you tit. Go over there. Thank you. There we go.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
Liar.
Have?
I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horseshit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear? Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
Oh no, he's a good kid. He'd never say anything like that.
Sure he would, the little punk.
Who are you calling little punk?
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Well,
Catch you later, Bronson.
that was informative. But we'll try and find out more in the next video. So, see you there, peeps.